Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So I got some photos to show to you guys today. I got about 3 or 4 to show to you. Pretty interesting photos once again. So we are getting a lot of good photos in. So these are going to be actually a little bit more interesting than the ones I've previously showed you guys before. You guys see this one that I showed you a couple of days ago. This actually like it was actually turning and taking off when someone took this photo. And then we have a couple more. This was probably one of the more detailed photos that we had seen out there that were taken, but this one was pretty interesting too. And I did read you guys' comments. I didn't reply to everyone, but I did see some of you guys' comments. Some people said this might have been like a Google drone or something like that. We don't know, but it's interesting to see you guys' comments on it. So I do appreciate you guys evaluating some of this stuff and then, you know, giving your feedback on it. And then we had this one from probably about a week and a half ago or two. We did take a closer look at this and go back to some of those videos, and you'll see some of the responses from you guys out there. And like I said, I do appreciate you guys because you do give legit responses for you're not, you know, beating around the bush and trying to joke about things. You are kind of evaluating these photos and actually putting legit comments down below. So I do appreciate that one. Now this one was kind of suspect in a way. Some people said it may have been a glider or a kite, but we're gonna actually get into the actual newer photos that I actually got in. I'm gonna show these to you guys right now. So you guys see this one here. This one's actually pretty interesting. It reminds me kind of the photo that was taken earlier where they're actually seeing an object at night, and you guys can see it there, and it is kind of tilted at the side. So a lot of these craft that are being photographed are actually at a tilt or at a slant. So they do kind of move as Bob Lazar did state. But here's a closer look at this one. And this is as clear as I can get this photo and some of the other ones you guys are going to see in this video, because once you start trying to zoom in and all that, you start distorting it, and I don't really want to alter it too much past the original photo that I got. So here's another photo here, and this one's actually pretty interesting. When I zoom in on this one, it's probably going to make a couple of you guys laugh, but someone was out and they were taking this particular photo, and this craft just happened to zoom right by. But when you zoom in on this, without trying to distort it too much, it does remind me of something from Star Trek. So maybe if it was a little bit clearer, we could see a better shape and stuff to it. But when I saw it, that was the first thing that kind of came to my mind, was one of those shuttles from Star Trek The Next Generation or Star Trek Enterprise. And here's yet another photo. Now this one's actually pretty clear even when I zoom in on it. This one, of course, again, is flying kind of tilted at an angle. And when I zoom in on it, it's actually going to be pretty clear than what you're seeing here. And you can even see like the sun reflection and stuff on the far left side of this particular UFO. But this, of all the photos in here of these new ones, this is probably one of the better ones, because like I said, when I zoom in on it, you guys will see what I'm talking about. And here it is zoomed in. So of course, you know, it's saucer shaped, and you guys can just see that. I don't even want to try to get into trying to define and get the details, but I'll let you guys put that in the comments, because you guys are pretty good at kind of just stopping and looking at a couple of things with it. But this was probably one of the better ones. And it does kind of remind me of kind of the sport model that Bob Lazar talked about. And here's yet another one. Now, this one here, of course, it kind of reminds me of the one you guys just saw, but it does look a little bit different in shape kind of when you zoom in on it. I couldn't get it too clear, so I'll try to get it as clear as I can when I zoom in on it. But when you see this one, you'll see just what I'm talking about. So maybe these are one and the two same craft. I don't know. But you guys can see that there. It does look like it has something more or less underneath it, where the previous one was kind of flat on the bottom. And this one is not. So you guys, leave in the comments what you think about all these photos. I'll try to get all the photo stuff I have together at some point in time and send them to you. But I think these are some really good photos, and we're starting to get more and more good photos and good videos. And hopefully we can start bringing this to Congress, or someone can start putting more of this information out there so that people can actually see it and say, yeah, I saw that, because I do say that in the comments too, that you guys saw some of this stuff before, whether it was the last couple of weeks, months, years ago, or whatever. It's good to know that we're actually getting photos of a lot of this stuff, and a lot of you guys out there have seen this stuff before at one point in time in your life. It may have been, like I said, years ago, but at least we know that some of this stuff just isn't being fabricated or put out there, and we're just like, oh, that's fake, because a lot of you guys have seen this before. So put your comments down below. I really appreciate that, and I do share it with other people. At some point in time, we do have a MUFON chapter here in Atlanta, Georgia, so I'm going to try to get in contact with them over the next couple of weeks, if not early next year, to see if I can get some feedback on some of this information, some of these photos, and some of these videos and stuff that I have here. So as always, like, once again, I do appreciate it. Please like this video, share it if you can, and don't forget, if you have not and it's the first time coming to this channel, go ahead and subscribe and stay tuned for a lot more videos like this. As always, I appreciate you guys watching.